name is Joe Gwynn. I am a watchman. Read the 33rd chapter of Ezekiel. This is about the story of the 10 prophets. The 10 prophets are Johnny Cash, Ronnie Millsap, Eddie Rabbitt, Larry Gatman, Hank Williams Jr., Rex Allen Jr., Willie Nelson, Conway Twitty, Loretta Lynn, Lacey J. Dalton, Tanya Tucker, Barbara Mondrell, Joe Gwynn, the traitor. The Arizona Republic and Phoenix Gazette can verify this story. 16 years ago in September, about the 25th of 1966, all of these people's names above meet at the same time, including me. I was almost 13 years old. We all meet, we're together at the same hour. Mysteriously, I was the only one who knew what it was about. The others didn't. I did, and why Islam? Islam knew why and arranged for us to meet. We talked very little with each other. Lucy J. Dalton wrote a song for me that day. It's called Mistakes. There is one thing they all knew, is that I held the key. They all knew that I knew something, but they didn't know what. I saw a movie. Islam is using something called sociology on children in schools across America today. Sociology is the study of the human condition. It is also something called funnel vision. Funnel vision is a way at looking into the future, and it is also hypnotism, being able to hypnotize people. Islam is using this sociology on children. They used it on my generation to start the hippie movement and drugs, and on today's generation to turn them into punks and punk rockers by hypnotism. In the next 2 years, there will be 5 new cities started in the United States. Mr. Wynn, before I read these cities, or anything you want to say at this moment? All right, thank you. These will be major cities. Only men, white Anglo men, will be living in these cities. They will be completed in 1994. There will be about 15 million men in these cities by July of 1994. With it, yes.
Okay, these men that are going to be living in these cities are homosexual.
Okay.
And I am a homosexual.
Mm-hmm.
And these are my brothers.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
All right. Let's see, where was I? There will be about 15 million men in these cities by July of 1994, with the capacity of holding 20 million people. World War III begins in the fall of 1988. Edward Kennedy will be the next president. He will be elected for 2 terms. Now, at the end of World War III in 1994, our troops will be coming home from war. Islam is going to trick these troops into going into these cities on the 4th of July, 1994. These cities are going to have a parade. It's Independence Day, the war is over, and we're all brothers. On July 4th of 1994 at 12 noon, there will be 20 million men in these 5 cities. Islam is going to blow these cities up with atomic bombs. These 5 cities are Cyclops in Pennsylvania, Ominix in Arkansas, Yosemite in Nebraska, Isolox or Itchabad in Idaho, and Snix in New Mexico. All these cities will be isolated. After this happens, there will be civil war in America. The United States will be divided up into 4 countries, an Islam country in the east, southern states of America in the southeast. In the southwest, it will go back to Mexico, and a new state from the states in the northwest. In the next 20 years, there will be a migration on 80 million people from Latin America. In the next 20 years, that will follow that there will be 200 million people from Latin America in the United States. There will be a civil war. The United States will become a Latin country. The southern states of America will be invaded in about 2006 to 2016 from an army from Brazil. That war will last 6 months. Brazil will destroy the southern states of America in 6 months. The fall of Canada will come shortly after. More about the 10 prophets. As the newspaper reporters were arriving, I was leaving. They only got a glimpse of me, the man from Islam, knocked the camera out of the reporter's hand. The next day it came out in the newspaper, a story, the 10 prophets. Here again were the names of the people I met that day. Their pictures were on the front page. Johnny Cash, Larry Gatlin, Ronnie Millsap, Eddie Rabbitt, Hank Williams Jr., Rex Allen Jr., Conway Twitty, Willie Nelson, Lacey J. Dalton, Tanya Tucker, Loretta Lynn, Barbara Mandrell, and where my picture was supposed to be, it was blank. Below were the words, "The Traitor." This much of the story the Arizona Republic and the Phoenix Gazette can verify. They left it a mystery. Today in the public schools, the story of the 10 prophets is being taught. Take a survey among 6th grade school children. Real close, at least 1 in 6 know the story about the 10 prophets. Why is this being taught, and why is it being kept such a secret? Why are they doing this? Find out. In the last 16 years of my life, I have had communications through mental telepathy with all of the peoples named. In the story of the 10 prophets, all of these people have tried to get me to show up for 16 years. They have wrote songs and talked to me. Lucy J. Dalton wrote a song for me, Mistakes. Real close, listen to the song. In the song, it talks about another big gray movie, provides the big silver screen, and about my crazy dreams. Let me interrupt here. Do you want to read some of this, or do you want me to continue reading? Leave that part out? Okay. Do talk to her. Also, Tanya Tucker watched me being born. Why isn't it a mystery? Ask Dan Rather to talk to Johnny Cash. They have met before when Dan Rather did 60 Minutes on Johnny Cash. They talked a little, not on television, about the 10 prophets. Johnny Cash knows my name. Call the Arizona Republic and Phoenix Gazette and find out if this story ever existed. If they can't find it, do a survey with 6th grade school children. You will find 1 in 6 who will confirm the story exists. Islam started a fire at the Arizona Republic and Phoenix Gazette several years back and burned the place up. Please check out my story of the 10 prophets. This is why I am known as the traitor. Here is my story. When I was a little boy, about 5 years old, I did something called astral projection. My spirit took a walk out of my body. I was frightened. A man from Islam shows up to me and starts showing me all the things I would do and what I would become by using funnel vision. He really scared me. Then an angel shows up and they talked, and the man from Islam left. Then the angel shows me a book about me and the life I was supposed to live. The angel told me the story about the 10 prophets. Then he told me I was a watchman, Ezekiel chapter 33. The angel told me I would meet all these people, the 10 prophets, the country singers. This is these people's part they have in this. Back to the beginning. Islam used sociology on our people. In my generation, they call us hippies. Islam came to my school, C.J. Jorgensen, 1963 on Rozier Road and 17th Avenue in South Phoenix. Now the angel told me all about Islam and his culture. The black man is Iqab. This is his African culture, Islam and sociology. Sociology is the study of the human condition. It is funnel vision and hypnotism. The Latin America has also mastered sociology and hypnotism. The East European is from Romania, Hungary, Czechoslovakia. These three are brought together through Islam. These three groups are the best organized in the world. They have infiltrated every institution in America. The Eastern also has a way of looking into the future. By looking into the human mind, they can see that person's thoughts in the future and change those thoughts with the use of hypnotism. They can program the human mind like a computer. People will do what you tell them. This is how hippies got started and the punk rockers. Islam used its sociology on children. Now the 10 prophets' part in it was that these people's part in it was that I was to tell them the story, but not about the angel, only about the cities. Cyclops in Pennsylvania, Ominix in Arkansas, Yosemite in Nebraska, Isolox or Ijabad in Idaho, and Snicks in New Mexico. I had a movie inside my head about everything they did and could have proved it. The singer's part, the 10 prophets, was to get these people back to their country roots and away from chasing fads like hippies and punk rockers. It was to unite our people one more time. World War III will start in the fall of 1988. Edward Kennedy will lead the United States in World War III. He will be the next president and be elected 2 terms. The angel said we could unite and fight these Muslims there, Islam and their allies. God's plan is that these men who want to build these cities go up in the Northwest Territories and build a country there. In our old history books, this country existed. 20 million men from the United States built a utopia country in the Northwest Territories. Their colors were green and Canada's pink. There is oil north of the territories around Victoria Island, the northeast side. The largest in the world will be discovered there. There's lots of wealth there. And at Baffin Island, the east side, there is lots on minerals. There's zinc, copper, uranium, titanium, platinum, and others. These 20 million men who are going to be in these cities built a country and developed this country. These are the richest people in America and the smartest. Some of these people are doctors, lawyers, judges, policemen, bankers, land developers, construction workers, scientists. Some of these people are the best NASA has, and the other agency have Cyclops of Pennsylvania, has the smartest people in America in it. They will lead these. We'll start first. Build close, check into these cities. These cities must never be built. The loss of 20 million men and their wealth would destroy America. Challenge Cyclops to show the world who they are. Reagan can stop these cities, and Kennedy won't. Now is the time to start. These men built this country. Later, there will be this migration of 200 million people total with Latin America will be living in the United States. This will open a door for our people who want to leave because there will be a civil war. Our country will no longer be the United States. The Latin Americans will be the same to us as we were to the Indians. The United States isn't in the Bible, but we are in the North. The Bible says that there would be an alliance between the two northern powers that border at the polar circle. Russia is one and Canada is the other, unless about 70 million people migrate to Canada and make it a power. This is in the Bible. The angel showed me, but I didn't write it down, like all my dreams and visions. This is why they say I am a traitor in the story about the 10 prophets. I ran away from these people. I didn't do what the angel told me. He told me that these cities were going to be destroyed and to stop them. Go and build this country in the Northwest Territories and fulfill the prophecy on the two northern powers that border at the polar circle. Our names will go down in Lamb's Book of Life because they would have fulfilled this prophecy. Our forefathers were liars, murderers, thieves, sinned against God, brought to America in chains. Our forefathers destroyed a culture that existed for several thousand years. We could have built a country in the North without destroying any people. There wasn't any people in northern Canada and the Northwest Territories. Our forefathers went south when they should have went north. This Bible prophecy is yet to be filled. Now with my first prediction.
I have something to say for Reagan.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to move this microphone over so that you can...
Okay.
Why don't you just hold it?
Okay. President Reagan, Islam is using sociology on your son, Ricky. Ricky, tell your father what they're doing. They're using sociology and that they use it to turn you into a punk. This is our last chance. We can only do this when your father is in office. Let's stop these people. This is our only chance to stop them from using sociology on anybody again.
Okay. You want me to continue reading this now, these properties? Hook up the microphone again. We need to point out that Mr. Gwynn came to our studios and convinced me that this is something we should read on the air. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Where were we? Now with my first prediction is the fall of Great Britain by Argentina. After the British fleet is destroyed over 2/3, the remainder of the British will be pursued by the Argentine fleet, an aircraft carrier and 7 ships. They will destroy Britain's military bases on Ascension Island 72 hours at maximum. After the British military base on Ascension Islands are destroyed, London will be destroyed by an atomic bomb. Let me interrupt here. Mr. Gwynn, do you want to turn up the volume to make sure that this is going on the air? You hear it now? Let me get over here so that you can. I'll get over here now. You get close and listen. Can you hear me on that set now? Wherever the speaker. Can you hear me now? Yeah. See, we are on the air. Mr. Gwynn needed to be convinced that we are on the air live television. Okay. Shall I continue? We just want to make sure that everything is going the way you want it to go.
Start over on start all over.
My first prediction is the fall of Great Britain by Argentina. After the British fleet is destroyed over 2/3, the remainder of the British will be pursued by the Argentine fleet, an aircraft carrier and 7 ships. They will destroy Britain's military bases on Ascension Island, 72 hours at maximum. After the British military base on Ascension Island is destroyed, London will be destroyed by an atomic bomb. The Argentina aircraft carrier will come within striking distance of London. One plane will come within firing range of London. It will destroy London and return back to the Argentine aircraft carrier unhurt. The Argentine aircraft carrier and 7 ships will return without any losses to Argentina. Britain won't even fight back. They won't even resist. This will be the fall of Britain. Johnny Cash, you will have 72 hours to tell the Queen to evacuate London, 72 hours after the destruction of Ascension Island. Dan Rather talked to Johnny Cash about the 10 prophets. They have talked before. Ask Johnny Cash to tell all he knows about the 10 prophets. Islam must be stopped. Check out the story. All Dan Rather has to do is talk to Johnny Cash, tell him my name, Gwyn, and Johnny Cash will tell the story. Bill Close, check out this story. I only met these people once, but I want them to know all I have written. You are able to do this. Find out the truth. Call the Arizona Republic and Phoenix Gazette. I want to stop Islam from what they are doing and help my people find their history book. I have been talking over about $15,000 reward for it. It shows our future and the Bible prophecy I have been talking about. The alliance between the 2 northern powers, the border of the polar circle. It was written a long time ago. It tells about a migration of people from the United States into Canada, that there would be 100 million people in Canada in 50 years. Right now, there is less than 30 million people. Islam has destroyed these history books. They have also changed the Bible in the last 50 years. They wrote the scripture about the alliance between the 2 northern powers that border at the polar circle. Let's see, this is the last page on both sides. Other predictions. 1, the Falklands, 72 hours after Ascension Island destroyed, London destroyed by atomic bomb by Argentina. 2, these 5 cities to be built: Cyclops in Pennsylvania, Omonix in Arkansas, Yosemite in Nebraska, either Isolox or Ichabod in Idaho, and Snix in New Mexico. If these cities are built, they will be destroyed. July 4, 1994, 12 noon, by Islam atomic bombs. Number 3, Edward Kennedy will be the next president of the United States. He will be elected for 2 terms. 4, sometime in the next 2 to 5 years, there will be an invasion of ants in Arizona, the Brazil fire ant. Our ants will leave no... Our ants will live... Our ants will leave no convoy, will leave a tall convoy, is that what it is, through the Greenback Mountains on Tonto Creek going northeast of Payson. This convoy will be several miles long and several feet wide. Prediction number 5, World War III will start in the fall of 1988. It will end in 1999. On the 4th of July, 1994 at 12 noon, these soldiers will be in the 5 cities above. Islam will destroy these cities with atomic bombs at 12 noon, July 4, 1994. Number 6, in the year 2000, the United States will be divided into 4 sections. In the east, Islam, it'll be a Muslim country. In the southeast, it will be the southern states of America. In the southwest, it will go back to Mexico. In the northwest, it will be another country. Between the years 2006 to 2016, there will be a war between the southern states of America and Brazil. Brazil will win this war will win this war in 6 months. They will destroy the southern culture. The fall of the northwestern country will fall, and so will Canada, unless our people will start going to Canada now. By the year, number 7, by the year over, now we're on the last page. By the year 2000, there will be 80 million from Latin America in the United States. By the year 2030, there will be 200 million people. This population explosion is happening in Central America. These people will do to us as we did to the Indians. Our future will be in Canada, but we must leave now or it'll be too late before this second wave enters from Central America. Prediction number 8, right?
Yes.
Between the years 1995 and 2000, there will be a war in Asia between Indonesia and Japan. Indonesia will win. There will be a conflict between Indonesia and Australia. Indonesia will win. Australia will be divided into 2 countries. Western Australia will become New Australia, and the East will become part of Indonesia. Prediction number 9. If Brazil fights with the United States in World War III, if they are our ally, this migration will happen without violence. You policemen, if you read this, please give this back to Bill Close. They're hearing it. I want him to check out my story about the 10 prophets. I would like Dan Rather to talk to Johnny Cash about this story. Islam is behind it all. Islam wants to destroy our people. And my billfold is a picture of who we are. Shall I hold up this picture? All right. Who we are. Islam is after the frontier people, the founding fathers. We are their descendants. The Nostradamus did not write about me because I was the worst he had ever seen. I didn't write my visions down, but his friend Julius Caesar Scaliger did it in October of 1529. They had a fight about it. The philosopher, star date 12/1/53, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, just after midnight. And that's the end of what you wrote for me to read, Mr. Gwynn.
Okay.
Do you have anything that you'd like to say?
No.
Is that it? And we now, can I say something like we now return to our regular programming? This has been a special broadcast that Mr. Gwynn insisted that we make. We hope that you understand and will bear with us. We think that his message is a very important one to him. We appreciate your attention. And now we return you to our regular programming. I got a sweaty palm. I want to shake hands with you.
You really do, huh?
You bet. I told you I was playing this fair. Did you think you didn't trust me all this time? Oh, hell, it's all right. Leave him alone. It's okay. Put down the guns. I have the gun. Back off with the guns.